You already know who it is. It's Dr. Denim. All right, and I'm back with another video. You already know by the title what we're gonna talk about, but I need like horns or something. I don't know. But I'm here to discuss Weeping Angel by Iyla. You already know Iyla if you've seen one of my other videos. I love Iyla. She is my pop princess. She's one of my what I dubbed as Renaissance artists, someone who's bringing art back into music and keeping it there. All right. So she recently, I think, not too long ago, actually, um, last Thursday, released her debut album, Weeping Angel. We got to talk about it. I mean, for real. It's an eerie, psychedelic exploration of themes of grief and love. This album accomplishes what every artist hopes to accomplish at least once. At least once. And Iyla did it on her debut album. And so I'm not even gonna wait to the end. I'm just gonna tell y'all now. I'm rating this album a 10 out of 10. Bing bop boop, 10 out of 10. Perfect. Lovely. Injected in my veins. Double shots. Yes. And I'll put this album tiered alongside albums by artists like Beyonce, Tyler the Creator, Ray, Lucky Day. And I'm saying this because they weren't just albums that I enjoyed every track. There's more albums that from other artists that I could say that for. But these are the albums where every song is like string that's in this woven world that you can get lost in. And after hearing an album like this, anybody who creates, anybody who's like a creative or likes to do artistic stuff, they'd be like, yeah, I want to step my game up. Like, I just heard this, now I want to be here. Now I'm saying, but back to Weeping Angel, it truly lives up to its name. Iyla throughout this project, she keeps you entranced by these angelic and holy and sometimes operatic vocals and background harmonies. And this album is centered around a kind of underrepresented side of love in music, which is grief. And it can be quite hazy at times, and not dark because she's not drowning us in sorrow, but she shows how lost you can feel when you're going through a loss of your own. And right before you feel like you can't get out of the haze, she guides you forward because that's the only way we can go forward. So we start the album off with Corset. It's a triumphant start to the album and it sets the attitude for the entire project. Iyla on this track is quite confident vocally and lyrically. And although she is singing about the cycle of going in between the desire to be close, I'm thinking more so sexually, and the desire for space, saying that, this relationship can feel like a tight corset that she wants to peel off her skin. I love this song. Love, love, love this song. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was one of the singles. A great start to this album, and I really appreciate it. And then she moves on to Twin Flame, still giving off that heavenly feeling. I absolutely fell in love with this song. It reminds me of Black Glitter. It's sparkly, but it's not bright, if that makes sense. And I love the use of space, a lot of breathing room in this song, lovely vocals, and the outro is iconic. Isla knows how to connect a song too, but these outros on this album are fantastic. I'm gonna keep bringing it up, so you're gonna hear it again. But it connects into Pledge. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me love some Pledge. All right. Isla clearly, as she said, she's taken inspiration from a lot of different artists across like different genres, which reminds me of Beyonce's music, her style, because you could tell that she has a lot of inspirations from different places. And in this song specifically, her rap like and confident writing style and her rap song delivery, it tickles my ears in the way that only Beyonce could do. Okay, but Isla's doing it. I'm not sure if she's listed Beyonce as like an inspiration, but y'all know I'm Beehive, so I'm always gonna bring Beyonce up when I can. Um, but this song, it perfectly encapsulates the album sonically, and by the third song of the album, you're lost in her world. Like, by the third song, you're in the world of Weeping Angel and you're completely entranced. I love that. The fourth song is Overboard, also one of the singles from this Weeping Angel era, and it sounds beautiful on its own. But like all the singles from this era, its inclusion, its placement on this album, it sounds shine. Like its placement in this album lets it shine in a way that it's just like, wow, like it was clicking before, but it's clocking now. I don't even know what I don't even know what I'm talking about. But but I love this song, all right? And if you heard it before and you were like, oh, okay, it's cute, listen again. It ain't cute, it's gorgeous, all right? And then we're moving on to the song Ave Maria. Like that. Not only was this one of my favorite songs, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be yours too. I'm so sorry. It's poetic. It's kind of freestyle, kind of jazzy, I think. And her sensual delivery, it's like an ascension. It's like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what like, you get what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know words. And again, Iyla doesn't leave any part of the song unfinished. The outro ends the song perfectly. So you just gotta hear it, all right? You just gotta hear it. And then, of course, Ave Maria led perfectly into the next song. And I don't have much to say about Wild, all right? Y'all should already know it's pure perfection. It's one of the singles. You should already be streaming it on loop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this song. Like, I don't, like, it's pure perfection. Wild is, again, triumphantly, she describes her pushing back against the man who wants to tame her. And by the lyrics, maybe she's relating to, like, a real-life example of, her, of, like, a relationship that she had with essentially a predator. But she refuses to break. And you can feel her strength in this song. And it kind of encourages you to, like, feel your strength as well. And that's powerful. The next song is Not Today. And it starts very jazzy. It's one of my favorites for real. And almost like she expensed all her power in that last song where you kind of like, you got to get out of a situation and you just moving. And then like after you get out, you kind of collapse and hit kind of like a depression. That's what this song reminded me of. It's like not having the energy to fight after making it out of a tough situation. But as she sings about the reality of, you know, how you feel, today, she makes it clear that that feeling is temporary. And in this song, she's still very much living amongst her own misery, but she still sounds like a champion to me, if that makes sense. Like sometimes winning is just making it through the day. And this song is that, making it through the day. Waiting for, or knowing that, you know, there's gonna be a day that's brighter, where the sun shines. It just ain't today. The next song after that is Blue Eyes. Y'all gonna get me tearing up, all right? It was one of the most beautiful songs ever written. The center of this album is written about her love and grief after her mother sadly passed away as she was crafting this album. One of the most raw songs I've ever heard. It's a beautifully performed piano ballad, written more tear-inducing than that old Sarah McLachlan commercial with the animals, with the hurt dogs and stuff. No joke. Every time I hear that outro, I start tearing up. I'm like, I can't do it. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. But very beautiful. The next song after that is Join Hands. The pre-chorus, I don't know why, but it's like my favorite thing ever. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just obsessed with it. Perfect writing also, using like religious symbolism tastefully. And I don't mean tastefully like, oh my God, you're why would you say that? Like, she's not Christian. Not like, oh my God, she's not offensive. But tastefully, like, it's not a shtick. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a vibe, how she uses it. Like, the writing itself, she uses it very smart, very, you know, very crafted. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not throwing in there for like razzle dazzle. Like, she's using it perfectly. I don't know. And then Strut. Strut. Funny enough, listening to this album over and over, Strut is like a breather. It's like a reset for me. It's the perfect song to listen to while like doing homework. But don't get me wrong, it's also like the perfect song to dance to or just vibe to, because sonically it's very chill, but the lyrics kind of make you want to sing along. So if you're trying to like do something, the beat itself is like, okay, I can concentrate. All right, but you know, I know the lyrics, so I'm over here like, like I'm gonna want to sing along. You know what I'm saying? So I just like that little juxtaposition, because it's like the beat itself is kind of like very chill, very vibe, like lo-fi. And then you hear the lyrics and you're just like, oh, I just want to jam. But you know what I'm saying. All right. Cotton Candy Clouds is the next song. Love me some of this. This is what I was asking for. This is what I was begging for. Okay? Cotton Candy Clouds is what I was begging for. This song, I love the stylistic vocal approach during the pre-chorus. It's kind of whiny, a lot of air. And that run, I'm not even going to do it. The beat, everything, love it. Another favorite of mine. In the outro, the only artist I can keep mentioning the outro specifically, like she does not let a piece of song go to waste. I don't think those words have ever been strung together before, but she does not let a piece of song go to waste. Because it's just as alluring and interesting as the beginning of the song. I love that. The thing about that she mentioned is that her mother's favorite color is pink, and one of my favorite colors is pink. I love to wear pink. I think it makes my brown skin pop. But anyway, since her mom's passing, Isla's favorite color is now pink, and she says Cotton Candy Clouds is like a taste of the fun, vibrant HD way that she looks at the world, taking what her mother loved and putting it into her art. The song after that is Skirt Hurt. You should already know Skirt Hurt. You should already know what I'm about to say about Skirt Hurt. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And we're nearing the end of the album. You know, we've not had a miss yet. And Skirt Hurt's like, what, 13th in line? I feel like. 12th in line? And they said, don't play with me. I'm taking that baton. And I'm out of here. We not slowing down. We picking it up. I know I look crazy, but that's how I feel when I hear this album, all right? So it's another beautifully written song, and I'm not trying to repeat things that I've said already, which I could for almost every song. I could just keep repeating things I love about it that I've already said. But again, this is like a song that just sounds like even better in the album. That's why I start the album, and you don't stop the album. You start the album, and the album stops itself. And then you can start it again. That's how it's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't stop. You don't skip. You don't stop. You just go all the way through. Sorry. And it also does perfectly lead into the last song. And again, I'm just saying, like, who's doing that on their debut album? I haven't seen. Oh, well, Ray, who I mentioned earlier. She was doing it too. She was doing the deed too. But I mean, very rare. Very rare. Let me tell you. But the last song, Boogeyman. The beat, love it. When I be telling you, I'll be jamming to this every time I hear it. And trying to get into what Iyla was saying with this song, to me, this one was like the hardest for me to grasp lyrically. And I'd love to hear more about her approach to writing the song and what the meaning is for her. You know, the whole album, actually, but this song specifically. And when I read the lyrics, I see something that I don't think was intended. I don't know. But Iyla mentions in her lyrics a lot about trust. And if you don't have that, then you may have some fear and jealousy in a relationship. And the outro says that those things have caused people in the past to accuse others of, you know, dealings with the devil. You know what I'm talking about. The she's a witch banner. She's a witch. She's a witch too. They're a witch. I can't remember what it's called. But you know when they was burning up people for, you know, like being smart, or they're like, drown her. If she survives, she's a witch. If she doesn't, she's not. And then, you know, you got dead bodies floating in the lake. But yeah, referring to that. And she's basically saying that she wants to be the boogeyman, like love me, feed me, want me. I'll be your best nightmare. And I'm like, She reminds me of the untrusting one. So it's almost like she's the Puritans and the boogeyman. So she's like the innocent one who's fearful and jealous in a relationship, but she's also the guilty one because she wants like this devotion to a fault in the relationship. But like the outro says, the actual practice of witchcraft or magic wasn't real in this time, from what I know. So it makes me feel like the love or the magic in the relationship isn't real either. And that the album really is kind of like a cycle. Like once you hear Boogeyman, you start the album over and the story continues. You know what I'm saying? And genius. That's what I got from it, at least. That's all I'm saying. So basically, it's like repeating itself. And like Iyla said, okay, so this is the interview. She had an interview with Glasse. I think it's just Glasse. But Glasse just sounds a little bit more bougie. So with her interview with the Glasse factory, she said this album was drowned in tears and brought back to the surface again to see the sun. And how spot on she was about describing this album. It felt like the way she described it, almost like a baptism. And you don't change after a baptism, your purpose does. Like you're not magically healed. Everything that was, you know, on your shoulders, it can still be on your shoulders if you don't move forward. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But every time an artist releases, I wonder if they're worried about reception. And she mentioned in this article that she felt less pressure about anyone else's opinion on the album. And I'm so happy to hear that, because it's honestly the best work to come out this year. Like, hands down, no competition. I hate to say it, but I love to say it, actually, to be honest. And in the end, Isla's message, she said, for this album was that those who are listening can feel empowered in our pain, supported in our sexiness, and uplifted when we feel our highest or our lowest selves. And she showed the God honest truth about the human heart and how much we can bear. Very much so. Just to wrap it all up again. I mean, 10 out of 10. I loved it. Everything about this album I loved. I love Iyla. One of my favorite artists, top 5, dead or alive. And that was before she put out a debut album. So I was sure when she put out the debut album, I was gonna love it. When I say I love this album, I love this album. In fact, I need everyone to go listen to it. You know that one artist where you be like, oh, they should be bigger. This is Iyla. She can sing. She can sing her butt off. Actually, let me talk about that. She can sing her butt off. She can sing her butt off. Like, I don't understand how y'all not getting that. 2, she could dance. I remember what's the music video? And one of the music videos, she was being all eclectic and weird and going around and things. She was dancing. Ate that up real bad. Okay. And her as a songwriter, when I say as a songwriter, y'all gotta give her her props. Y'all gotta give her her props as a songwriter. Y'all gotta give her her props. Y'all gotta give her her props. Y'all gotta give her her props. Because I mean, the songwriting, the vocals, the how she layered, and how she made everything sound so heavenly, and then how she was, just her delivery, the songwriting, the singing, the performance of it all was so good. It was so good. So I just want to clap it up. I just want to clap it up for Iyla, because she did that. And y'all need to listen to it. And then once you listen to it, I need you to comment your favorite song. And I need you to go on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. And what do kids use today? In the Snapper chat, the old people, if you're older, get on your Facebook. I don't know where else to say go, but talk about it. Tell your friends. Tell your mom, tell your teacher, tell your student, tell your doctor. Your doctor needs to hear this. They do. I'm serious. I cannot. You know where she need to be? Everywhere. She need to be on stage. She need to be at the Apollo. I don't even know what that means, or if they still do that. She need to be at the award shows, all of them. I don't care what the award's for. I don't care if it's for best TikTok dance. She need to be getting the award for it, okay? The VMAs, the BETs. You know we've let some white people in. She deserves. Who else? The Grammys, album of the year, hands down. Check them stats. I don't know what that means either. I don't even know what else to say. But I just love this album. You literally start it and you don't stop it. You don't skip. You listen till the end. And then you're like, oh, and already? Let me hear that one more time. That's what this album is. And I just hope that she is so proud of herself for creating this. Because, wow. Okay, so I was editing and I realized I didn't even have like no outro or nothing. I just said, wow. And still to this day, wow. And I feel like there's so much I could still say about this album. If y'all gave me the time. If I had I could do a TED Talk about this album. I really could. Don't test me. Don't try me. But below, please comment your favorite song. Comment your favorite thing about Iyla. Comment where you think she should be. Because I'm telling you, undeniable talent. But yes, subscribe, do all the things. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back one day. I'm not lying, I don't think, okay? But all right, bye. I don't know how I say bye, but bye.